Hello, it's a nice day. It's a Saturday afternoon and I've been to Cheshire Oaks to get some bits and bobs. In the end they didn't have anything, so I got online. So I've ordered it online now. And I'm at Stanney Woods and it's a lovely day, and I thought, well, I've been here before but it's a different time of year, the sun's shining, so why not? This is really an urban, it's within a built-up area and a main road, as you can hear, but yeah, it's soon you'll listen to the birds soon and the wildlife. And I'm not talking about the back of a club in Liverpool, that's a different wildlife. Those days are gone. I've stopped now since a New Year resolution. It's just too much for me. Yeah, this is really nice. So despite the system, oh, it's here, it's near you, it tells you, and you go there, they don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I think it's deliberate. I don't know, it's just weird. So I won't name the shop, but I won't ever go there again. There you go. They led me astray. Like I was some small, I don't know. God, you never know. Kidnapped me for for my art collection. That's what they'll be after, yeah. Let's have a look back now. Isn't that picturesque? And it's not bad underfoot as well, so it's so near to me and it's very pleasant. I want to do one in the middle of the winter, so it's like one of those Christmas cards, and it is like that. I've been, but I haven't filmed it. So there's still options even for something like this, very local, fairly small circular walk, but pleasant. Yeah, either that or you can go online and snipe away at people, to get rid of all your anger, but I don't bother with that. Not anymore. Not after the police kept knocking on the door. I had to hide. Find a safe place somewhere in the woods. Use my survival skills. I'm only joking. But, am I joking? You don't know, do you? Eh? Did you know you can use the bark of the willow as an aspirin? No, of course you didn't know. Yeah. I often wondered, come the apocalypse, what would be my status with my sort of knowledge of outdoor stuff. I'd have a little bevy of people that I select who follow me. Like a Stephen King novel. Yeah. You can only dream. This is what you do when you get away like this. You just let your mind doodle. That's it, I'm doodling with my mind, going where it goes. I don't even know myself what I'm going to say. Yeah, it's probably a clinical condition, but that's just how it is. A lovely little bridge here. So sometime there must be a running stream underneath. I've never seen it streaming along there. It looks something like that. And this is after all the rain and wet weather, but see, and then it disappears there for a while. Still, the bridge is nice anyway. So we'll go right to the edge, shall we? There's another plank type bridge. You have to walk the plank. Yeah. Be careful here. Don't slip. There you are. So I ordered it from Amazon and it was cheaper. No wonder these people are getting out of business. You know, they're sending people here, we have it. Then you'll have to order and they say, well, what does it look like? And I thought, I'm just not going to win here. I thought, but in the end, I was browsing and I said, it's okay, I've got what I need from Argos. But it's personal things, isn't it? Even a chef, if he's buying a cooking knife, he wants to see it. Same in my case. You know, it's, some things, clothing and stuff. Snappy dresser like myself. There you go. Some kind of fields beyond there. Just let this girl go by with her dog. Some more bridges there. And I thought more people would be in here. I've been on a really stinking day and there's loads of people coming round. Yeah. Maybe they're part of some kind of institution. Yeah, professors and scientists. Like on a fishing trip, and one flew over the cuckoo's nest. Yeah, some kind of sports facility grounds there. See how the noise has gone now, it's peaceful. There's my shadow. Funny how it distorts, you know, like mirrors in a fun fair. It's distorted my image. Looks like I've got a pin head, a very small head. I can assure you it's worthy of a sculpture, I think. There'll be quite a large amount of clay used for it. I've just think of Lionel Richie, and he was singing and they got this hello, and there's this absolutely ridiculous bloody statue of the woman that's, and it's laughable, you know, it wasn't intended to be funny. Hello, is it you I'm looking for? And he walks past this clay. Well, hopefully you get the idea. Look at the sun, that strange object. Been seen more recently now. So I'm trying to keep to the edge, get the maximum distance, sacrificing not being in the middle. Just my camera. That's why you can hear me breathing. You probably remember it. You know when you got that anonymous phone call? Does it sound like my breathing? They'll never convict me on that kind of evidence. Very nice. Yeah, I've been many times here. Obviously I don't film it all the time. So what do you do with yourself? And you think, well, I don't want to... So I say, well, you can subscribe to my thing, and they never do, so I don't bother. Obviously they do far more interesting things on the telly or something, I don't know. Daytime TV. Yeah, this is lovely. The colour. What time is it now? 16:26. Now, I had a friend, I don't see him anymore, a long time, Brian, and he would, if 1656, if there was a historical date, he'd tell me what it was. You know, Agincourt or God knows. No, not Agincourt, what's the one in France? Anyway, you know what I mean. It'd be on Trivial Pursuit, but it'd only have the yellow wedges, which is history. It was a bit limited. If I ever had a team of 6 and they're all experts on each one, that would be different. But yeah, Brian and Joan, I don't know what's happened to them now. They didn't have any kids, so the cat was their adopted child, sitting on his shoulder like a parrot. Yes, delightful. So good, you know. If you're watching this, you don't need the sound on. You might be busy, you know, and you won't be able to hear it anyway. It's just nice to... It's like a mobile image. No, you know what I mean. Wallpaper. Active wallpaper. Pleasant. See, these people are lucky. They've got their dog, and a lot of them, I'm sure, walk in this park. Stanney Woods it is, really. There might be a notice board, just for people who live fairly nearby, they can come here for a walk. Free car park. So it's a modern age, right? I know I'll go on, but I need to, just to warn you that you get this and then they recommend near you, and then you go there and 90% of the time it's not there, or they haven't got it, and you then end up, and you don't want to be trapped. You know, you could be spending half an hour. Well, I don't feel I've done anything wrong, and are you sure it's on here, you know, and all this, as if I'm some kind of... So I've ordered it anyway. It's electric nail clippers, if you want to know. A bit like people who buy an electric knife sharpener. But I wanted them, and the system tried to stop me from doing that, but I didn't give up. And I've done it. Also, if you're in Northwest and you need a car replacement for whatever reason, it happens for whatever, and it needs a replacement card. They now told me, because it used to be within a couple of days, they now told me it's by Royal Mail, and it could take up to 10 working days. So that's not 10 days altogether. 10 working... Can you imagine So fortunately, I drew out some cash, and in over a week it got there. But everything is just ripping you off. You know, God knows how much their money they got on my current account, you know, with no saving percentage on it. See, I've never gone that way. I know it cuts across to where I'm going to go, but they're all trees, aren't they? There they are. When I'm at the port, as they call it, Ellesmere Port, I park up and do a crossword or something rather than doing it at home. And we haven't got much of a garden, it's just a yard, and I take pictures of the ships. A couple from, where were they? Madeira, and one from Norway. Ships on the Manchester Ship Canal there. Yeah. There's another lady coming, so that looks good as well. I can zoom in now. Or out. Yeah. I'm sure I'm okay, but it's just, I film these all in one go, so some people I just don't want to be filmed, and they obviously got this is a public place, but nevertheless I avoid any kind of interaction. Try to select the kind of people I want to talk to, and it's the way it is. Yeah. So if I know anyone and they're a bit shifty, I say, you know, you want to go and get an electric toe clipper from Boots? They've got them there, you know. You know, I'll just say, you all right? You thought your feet were... Send them off. There's the bin. I went in a lovely church. I can't remember the church, but I remember the event. Beautiful little church. And as you do, you just sweep around it. And there's so many interesting things in there. And I said, oh look, here's the sacred toaster. And I can imagine if the vicar or whatever watched that, he'd give him a little smile. It was a lovely black and gold toaster. You know, I was saying, oh, they come in and it takes all types of people, doesn't it? Yeah, the sacred toaster. And they bonded in buying it and then using it like a ritual. There'd be some people say, oh, I don't want it on too long, I like it soft, and then somebody, I like charcoal. No, I'm sure they're all very civilized. They got the various scrolls on it. Who's KK? Obviously some kind of local idiot. Well, I'm only guessing. And this is numbered. That could be one just that's condemned to be cut. Looks perfectly healthy though. 26. Oh no, there's more. Something or other. 26th to the 11th, is it? There's a bit more there. Oh dear, poor old silver birch. Blown over. Do you know, I've never once thought to think, oh, I'll bring a spray can, because obviously they didn't buy one next to where they're going to defile with the object. And think, oh, I'll get a spray can and go around on a lovely area and put my little moniker on there, make me famous. Well, that's a big dog. Hey, I'll turn round here and let them go by. There you go. I can zoom in and out as well, I see. Oh, like I was saying, when I'm on the, that's what I wanted to say, on the Manchester Ship Canal, you zoom in and out, you know, to catch the flag or the bridge with the actual captain there and the pilot or whatever he is, the one who uses the ship's wheel. There's another guy coming this way now. Hi there. Yeah, and it's an excellent phone. It zooms in very well, keeps the high resolution. A lot of staff as well, I've noticed now, wherever you go, they're wearing headsets. Some might be, you know, could you go to, they use the tannoy, so I'm not sure whether they do that. Or they're just looking at music and, or listening to music. Sort of, they're working a long shift. You get, you know, albums used to have 4 or 2 vinyl records in it, like, yes, Tales of Topographic Oceans. There's about 80 hours of play on it. You could get that and get you halfway through the shift. Apparently, I've never listened to it. It's an acquired, some people love it. The artwork is fantastic. I can't think of the name of the guy. He's a famous artist who does these sort of surreal album covers. And they're quite good actually. I do, it's stored up in my brain, but I don't want to wake up at midnight tonight and think, oh, well, that's what it was. So I'll forget it again. See, and this is one of the lovely little private houses there, well away from the road, and a nice little path and a bridge, access bridge. Isn't that nice? Perfect. It's fairly safe there because they wouldn't wander around there. You know, people near a town and that, they can easily go around and suss someplace, and but that's they've got cameras on them and I can see them. Not that it will help. It's only a burglary. I'm no interest in that. This is a great way to recharge your batteries. I mean, there must be thousands of people within this area and there's just a handful of them doing a walk around here. You often think, what are they doing? Do people still make galleons out of matchsticks? Who knows? Yeah. van there. It's not a Volkswagen, but it looks quite a good one. You can stand up in that very easily. And I think it extends up further up. And there's room at the back, see? If I can see there. Spare tyre and room for other things. There's a lot of people living in these vehicles now. There's various characters I know, but I can't mention them because they know I'm mentioning them, you see, even though nobody would know, if you know what I mean. So I'm tempted all the time, I'm biting it back. I say, oh, I can say that. Yeah, I won't. Met some nice people on holiday. It's a bit of a shame, isn't it? It's like a holiday romance. And of course it's not. I'm probably, yeah, just exchange stuff and see each other on Facebook or something like that. Yeah, that's ultra wide view there. See that? And I'll turn and whiz round. So they're not intimidated. I'm 6'2", and you know. That's a woodpecker. Could hear it.
Come on.
In the trees. Did you hear that noise? There it is again. It's over that way somewhere. I'm not going to attempt to try and pick it out. It could be near and just the other side of the bark. There's a squirrel in the trees there. See it? There's the old woodpecker again. I thought, you know, if you're really thirsty and you wanted a cold drink, would you have a woodpecker cider? Then you'd be spitting feathers or getting rid of it, yeah. Yeah. Oh, okay. First drink I had in my youth, was very young, was cider, and I had a terrible headache. So that sort of stopped me sort of going into the teenage alcoholic, because couldn't deal with it. And it does still have that. Some things I can have. Wine makes me fall asleep, but cider gives me a headache. Yeah. Keep it on widescreen now, eh? The sun is going to be down soon, a few hours. You remember things. I remember a similar wood like this, but it was a friend I used to know years ago. And she had a dog, and I used to take him out, or her out, I think, the dog. And it ran round like a bloody lunatic. It was a Welsh setter. It just ran round on and on and on for ages. Round inside, you could hear the blooming thing, you know, going through, crashing through the leaves. I still remember it very, like it was yesterday. God, how long was that? How long ago was that? Holly. Yeah. Lovely dog. I can't keep one, I'm not allowed to. Well, I wouldn't want to disturb. I'll be out most of the time. I am out most of the time, so that doesn't stop certain people doing that. Just let it to leave it to itself. Yeah. You think at the back of the mind, why didn't you just get a goldfish? Even then it'd probably die in a couple of weeks. I know I'm cynical. I'm just a realist. Sadly, I try not to actually think of things that are actually happening and realistic. It's not good. Yeah, so this is around the outskirts, but I don't mind. You can get to see the lovely houses here. It's in a lovely area. It's on a fairly busy road that comes off the motorway and comes in here. And you can get into Chester this way and Ellesmere Port, Little Sutton where I am, and yeah, it's lovely. And I enjoy it. It's convenient. It's nice. Can't hear the woodpecker now. Yeah, you've got little birds like nuthatch and tree creeper. The little birds that go up and down the bark, feeding on insects and things like that, I would presume. There's still relatively few people here. It's on a Saturday as well. So, yeah. So you can zoom right in. It looks like I'm right near to them, but I'm not. So I'm going to spin round again. Yeah, I can make a shelter in here if needed. Yeah. Did you know the sun has an 11-year cycle? Yeah. Well, when they take records, they need to put that into their, because it is something that affects the weather, much like the moon does. It affects the actual tides. I'm not talking about astrology when the moon is in the 7th house and all that, but So there is a cycle where the sun has more sunspots and that. And of course then you get sun flares. Yeah. I'm not filming you because I can't afford your modelling fees. Or the dog calendar. I don't do them anymore.
Come on, buddy, let's go home.
There's one, I mean, it's a bit weird, but they got the dog having a poo and you send it to a friend.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, each month. And it's a different breed. Who the hell? You wouldn't think there was a market for it, would you?
No.
Well, I've remembered it, but I haven't bought it. I tell you not, have a look on YouTube or Google it. Yeah, that's absolutely true. They've got a calendar. It's like, what's the ladies in lavender? Which is, obviously that was, but who the hell, well it does stick in your mind. Somebody made a lot of effort there. And there's another man who's got a receipt, this was years ago, for every Asda in the country, including England and Wales mostly. God. Yeah. You couldn't make it up, because I do know there was a lovely man who was my father-in-law, Peter, and he used to come up with these tall tales. Apparently there was a bar that they had when they ran a hotel, and you never know whether it was true or false. Mr. Dack. Yeah. So have a good memory. It's good, isn't it? You can remember stuff. I do think, a bit like me, I always think it was better times, because I think you remember things that pleased you, had an emotional effect. That's why you remember them. And we can, in the distance I can see the car park. Look, this guy, he's taking the dogs with the bike, that's good. That's the way to walk your dogs, isn't it, eh? They seem happy enough. Tap is nice. It's in the country, Eastern Country Park. I met a few people there. I don't film them, but we just had a chat for ages. You just sit there. It's you couldn't put a price on it. My nose is running now. It's okay. I can deal with it. So nearly there. About 40-45 minutes it will be. So for a small wood, all right, I'm strolling through it, which why not? It's a good walk. Very easy, no hills or anything like that. Oh, I have to go to the side now. There's people in front and behind me. Look at that. Let's zoom in. Sun is nearly below the horizon. The dog was investigating my leg, but fortunately, you know what I mean, it wasn't a tree, was it? So it's okay. Yeah, we'll have a look at that sign when we finish. Got the information that you need on it. Oh. There's some places like the New Forest, they do trips on the back of a horse-drawn cart, which is wonderful. I did that years ago, and then you see the wild ponies and that. Near a place called Ringwood in the New Forest, Hampshire. Lovely. See, I remember things like that. Stanney Woods, LNR. Something to do with it was a railway or something? I don't know, it could be, I don't know. Local history, I think it's a bit too much dirt on there to read, I think, on that. It's a public space. I'll just step over here, that's it. There you are. So I hope you enjoy this Stanney Woods local walk. There's the main road, and that's it. Thank you for joining me. You can subscribe, it's free. Press the subscribe button, and I'll see you next time. Thank you for joining me. Goodbye now.